and action. Thank you so much for joining us here. If you're seeing this, that means that you're just about to watch a Noirvel production, which, oh my god, it means that we made it to the finish line. Or you might have stumbled onto this and you're wondering, what exactly is Noirvel? Well, I can explain that one to you easy. Noirvel is a ambitious series of interconnected stories that take place in our custom universe, or our custom Marvel universe, the 312. We have stories of villains, heroes, and everything in between, with 40 players all inhabiting the same world to tell one story. Phase 1 is what you're watching now, and it has been a tremendous undertaking with lots of lessons learned, and we, at this very moment, are planning for Phase 2. And in order for that to happen, we could use all the support that we can get. And so that's where you come in. If you like what you see here, or if you believe in this project, or if you just want to give us a chance to tell this story, I invite you to check out our coffee. We have a membership tier at many different levels that offer a lot of benefits and insights into the world of Noirvel, so you can really delve deep into these stories that we're telling. Our membership tier starts at the $3 tier with a contributor. That will guarantee you a shout out on all Noirvel projects. We'll shout you out on our socials, because really you're making this possible. The $10 level, we do offer a 10% off on all of our merch, as well as my Start Playing Games. So if you would like to join the world of Noirvel, you can do just that. And I'll also be doing a monthly newsletter where I create NPCs for the TTRPGs Marvel Multiverse, Star Trek, as well as Dungeons and Dragons for you to put into your own games. You get all of this as well at the $15 tier, as well as access to our Discord, behind the scenes content, GM advice. I'll talk to you on a one-on-one base to give you some ideas for what you might want to implement at your own table, as well as everything else that was included before, and a 20% discount on all of our merch and Start Playing Games. And finally, we have the council member, which is the $20 a month tier, which includes everything below. It increases the discount to 20%, and it gets you a seat at a community game that we'll hold at the end of the month. That will have direct consequences into the world of Noirvel. Starting at the $10 tier, you also get early access to Noirvel content. We have an entire series called Pull List that you'll be able to see at minimum a week early before we drop it here on Althaven. It is stories that are in between episodes or introductions to other characters into the world of Noirvel. So that's it. That's how you can support our endeavors. That's how you can give us a hand into knocking Phase 2 out of the park. We've got plans for this world, plans for this stories, and characters that we can't wait to introduce you to. So give us a watch. Let us know what you think. Comment below on all of our content to let us know what you like and what you don't like. And welcome to the world of Noirvel. We're happy to have you. Thank you. That's it. I didn't really have anything else planned. Okay, bye. It is a chilly night in Chicago. It's around 3 a.m. Only the most rabble-rousing places in Chicago are still open, and even they are calling for last call.
It's among the streets we see all of the night crawlers in the city looking for the next place to go to spend time. It's among these people that we see you, Harbinger. Where are you coming from, and what are you looking to do?
Well, I think I'm coming down from Andersonville. Spending a little time at the some of my favorite establishments. But it's time to head home. It's time to take my beat. Because when it's cold like this and people are rowdy, I know exactly who comes looking.
All right. And it doesn't take long. You walk down a street with a street light out, and you hear the tires rubbing against the concrete. You hear every pebble, every stone, every broken shard of glass crushed underneath the weight of a CPD cruiser. The lights aren't on, but it's very clear that they're following you. They're making no attempts to hide the fact that they're trailing you. An intimidation tactic, to be sure, one that you aren't unfamiliar with.
Oh, they're gonna have to try harder than that. I'll keep walking. And my shoulders are back, and my chin is up, and I don't make any attempt to look smaller.
They follow for 2 more blocks, and then not the red and blues, but the searchlights come up on the side, and you see the length of your shadow, the silhouette of your shadow illuminated across the dark alley. And if you turn to look, the brightness of the light is so searing that you can't, well, that a normal person would not be able to distinguish any identifying factors of the people doing this to you. Do you keep walking? Do you acknowledge it, or?
I will glance back over my shoulder to just take a look. And I think, we know the boys in blue aren't always the brightest, so I don't think they would notice the way that their searchlight reflects behind my eyes.
Not in the slightest. Go ahead and roll me a vigilance check. Target number 13. And that is 13 on the money. They don't see it, but your eyes sharpen, and to anyone paying attention, it would reveal the supernatural nature of who and what you are. And with supernatural acuity, you are able to see past the light into the dark cockpit of the car. You see 2 officers laughing to themselves. You hear with your sharper hearing, "You think that's the one?" It doesn't matter if it is or not. They look like a good time.
Well, I'm not under arrest, and neither are they stopping me for questioning, so why the fuck would I stop?
We turn the page. Dear, it's late. Lots of drinks have slowed. Where are you in the city? What are you doing?
Having just successfully had a good time, I think I'm just going to walk around Chicago, kind of take it all in, see what Midgard has to present me. And who knows, Maybe I'll find something worth my time before I head back to New Jotunheim.
You walk around the city aimlessly, the wind stirring, and you can, at times, still feel the gaze of Freya upon you, every now and then. You feel it intensely in this moment. The aimless walking feels like you're being softly guided somewhere. It's not an unpleasant feeling. The night's cool, the wind brushes against your skin, and the scent of the air is sweet. And there's wonderful darkness all around, with just the tiniest warm glow of street lamps. And in all that peace, there's suddenly a piercing light that seems to erupt out of nowhere. You are an Asgardian. Tell me in this moment, what are Asgardian senses like? Like, you're in this night. What do you see when you see this blaring light erupt from nowhere?
Asgardians work on this unusual spectrum of macro and micro, intense and dull. We can breathe in space and bathe in a star, but we can also hear a cricket cry. So I think really it's just what the universe needs of us at this moment. And as I see this light, I don't see brightness, I just see intent. And I have a little strange feeling that this intent is more like a radiation, a sickness. I don't like that. I don't like where it's coming from, and I don't like what it intends.
This is what I'm going to ask both you and Harbinger to make me one more vigilance check with one trouble. Target number is going to be 16.
I want that roll all the time.
That a 21 and a 20.
I haven't done my trouble yet.
Oh, okay. Laura rolled a trouble and got to keep the 20. And you rolled a trouble and got to keep the 21. The thing is, and it's for two very different reasons. Harbinger, you understand that in this moment, your prey thinks it's predator. And all of your natural senses start to kick in. You hear the breathing inside the car. You hear the heartbeat inside the car. Even the sweat and the smell of their supper. You smell the gunpowder, lots of it. The oil used to lubricate the cuffs in the car. And then you think, wait. Well, I'm not going to tell you what you think, but you realize in this moment, heartbeat, breath. You hear two voices, but your senses are telling you there's only one person in the car. Now, Tyr, macros and micros. In this moment, you take in all of Chicago, and you crank the focus to just one car in Andersonville. I believe Asgardians are spiritual beings. And you know a warrior when you see one. There is one warrior in that car. And as you focus on him, you also understand that that warrior is not human. This might be a challenge. This might be fun. They have someone in the car who is loud and boisterous. You've seen their type before. They tend to die first. But you know where the real fight is. And then you pull the focus back a bit, and you see who that warrior is hunting. What does your senses pick up about Harbinger?
Something uniquely singular, yet something deeply familiar. Since a warrior, as I would in any other battle, I sense a hurt, an anger, a great injustice hanging upon them like a shroud. I don't like that one bit. Very similar to a wolf that I once gave my hand to, because I swore an oath to do so. I never resented Fenrir. Fenrir was just doing what a wolf in chains would do. I resent the bastards that put that wolf in chains for being too much of a coward to understand Fenrir. I feel a long-lost friend. Complicated, but right. This is new.
It's at this moment, Harbinger, you begin to sense someone in the distance watching you, but before you can lock in, before your senses can catch up, well, before your mind can catch up to your senses, rather, the red and blues go off. Don't you think it's a little late for you to be walking around, Missy? You hear coming from the car's intercom as the cruiser pulls up closer to you, the searchlights still blaring in your direction.
Just headed home, gents.
Need a ride?
Thanks, but no thanks. I know my way.
That's when you hear the handle opening the car door and the footsteps. You sure Chicago's a dangerous place? And we live to serve and protect.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Like I said, I'll turn around. Hands are out of the pockets. Palms clear. I'm just headed home. I know this place like the back of my hand, boys. I'll be fine. But thanks for your concern.
Now, in this point in Harbinger's story, I've confirmed with you outside of the game that you have collected 2 badges. And for those who have not seen the first episode of Bad Meets Evil, that means that Harbinger has killed 2 cops at this point. So, I am going to ask you to roll me an agility check. Target number 18 to see if when you did these murders, did you do it unseen? That will change the directory of where these next moments go.
Ooh, that's a 14.
So, the footsteps get closer. You know, now that I get a good and proper look at you, I do believe you fit the description of a suspect that we've heard about. ID. Now.
Am I under arrest, officer?
Depends on if you're going to be an idiot. You going to be an idiot?
If I'm not under arrest, I'm gonna assume that means I'm free to go. Thanks.
So we're gonna be an idiot. In Tier, it is at this point you see only one of the officers pull their weapon out and point it in Harbinger's direction. The other one, the one that you sense is the real challenge, is standing there. Actually, I'm gonna roll something. The other one isn't paying attention to this situation in the slightest. The other one is staring directly at you.
I know a challenge when I see one. I also know an insignificant pissant when they're waving a gun around. I'm going to get loud, get big. Boy! Point to this officer with his weapon drawn or about to be drawn.
Oh, it's fully drawn.
You have no idea how worthless you are right now. Those bullets aren't gonna kill her, and if they do, they're not gonna kill me. So, holster your weapon, officer, and walk home. You are not significant this evening, and you never will be, but your friend in the car is. You need to leave. Now.
Before the cop can respond, Harbinger, this is your space. You hear a stranger from the distance, the one that you could sense, but you didn't have time to really take them in, which is impressive on its own. Say these words that you understand ring very true, but how? How do you respond?
Well, first I'm gonna see if I can see who the fucking voice came from. What the fuck?
They are making themselves big and noticeable. You do notice that the cop's weapon is now in their direction instead of yours, however. Now, in this moment, I'm going to give you a couple of options. You don't have to take any of these options, but I am going to present them to you.
Are you about to wave a red flag?
Oh, absolutely not. I would never do that. Me, GM, do that? Nah. In this moment, you can take in the two officers to maybe get more details about them. You could take in the stranger, or you can use this time to defend or attack as you see fit. Or you could do whatever you want. But those options come to mind almost immediately. Like, this is an opening.
Well, the fucker with a gun is distracted. And GM, I'm assuming that's the one who's hard here.
Mm-hmm. In fact, you do, both of you hear it. The moment Tyr started speaking, you hear it. You hear the heartbeat accelerate. Like, this guy, even with a gun in his hand, is terribly cagey. In fact, maybe holding the weapon makes them even more on edge, but it's their security blanket, so they don't know what else to do.
Well, I'm gonna let Mr. Big, Bad, and British keep talking his shit. But what the fuck is in the car, storyteller?
You're examining the car.
I'm nosy.
You get the whiff of, first, let me take a quick peek at your traits and your tags to see what you would recognize immediately. So, Harbinger, I got you right here.
I don't know if I actually put shit together correctly and roll 20.
All right, then you can tell me what your traits and tags are.
To be honest.
No, it's all good.
Perfectly honest with you. Okay, so what do I have? I have. Do you want traits or tags or both?
Both.
Traits. I have battle ready, berserker, combat reflexes, connections, enhanced physique, free running, iron will, monster, piloting, situational awareness, and a weakness to silver. Oops.
Okay, with all of that, you examine the car. You smell contraband, and you're with the connections you've made and the people that you know, you smell all sorts of drugs. You smell them out of their container, out in the open.
You dumb fuckers.
On top of that, you smell high-tech weaponry. Like, you're used to the smell of standard issue. This is military grade in the car. And then that's when you smell something that does not fit this picture at all. You smell a corpse. You smell it in the car. And this isn't fresh dead either. This is long dead.
Is the
And the
fucking
last-
in the car still sitting in the car?
For the last part of this,
Fuck my life.
I am going to make you roll another vigilance check.
Ass.
Edge. I'm going to give you an edge on this. Target number is going to be 18, however.
Nope, that's 13. Listen, I'm distracted, I'm annoyed, and who the fuck is in my city?
All right. That's all you get from the car.
Ass.
That brings us back to the officer now pointing their gun at you, Tyr. I don't know who you are, but put your goddamn hands up, get on the ground, and when I ask you for your ID, shut the fuck up and give it to me. And he says that last part to you, Harbinger.
I gotta staple my fingers together. One, a photokinetic prosthesis made by Boulder the Lightbringer. They touch. And I say to this man, you think you are a bringer of justice, aye? Serve and protect? Do you worship justice in any capacity at all?
I said, shut the fuck up.
Slowly building in the background, you can hear the war drums 50,000 strong of an Asgardian war cry. Building as a spray of sea ocean splashes across me. I'm no longer in the suit with the nice touches. I am now in my full form. Asgardian chainmail, runes, leather-padded armor.
And that's when you hear the gunshot.
Fucking what?
And you see the police officer who was pointing his gun at you. You see a trickle of blood from the center of his forehead come down. He falls to his knees, dead. And you see the officer behind him holding his gun. And to you, Tyr, he says in the old tongue, Tyr, have you come home? Have you come to guide us, to follow us? Why are you here?
As always, I'm here for justice. Do you worship justice?
It is in your name that we hunt the wolves.
Have the wolves in any way besmirched your freedoms?
They give power the filthy, the weak, the dogs.
If you are one of my children, then bend the knee and say my name as you pray. Now.
Of course, my lord, but only after we complete the task that you set about for us. And you see, Harbinger, that last vigilance check, that was to see if you could smell the silver.
Fuck me.
He's going to fire now.
Fuck.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fucking lying to me. You son of a bitch. Punk ass motherfucker.
let me pull him out. There we go.
Oh, here we go.
And well, nope, that's the wrong one. I'll use the first one that I rolled though. No, I'll be nice and use the second one. I rolled but he does get edge on these.
Ass.
So we're back to 15. Is your agility defense 15 or 16 or higher because he got a 15?
Nope, it's a 13.
Now we're using the combat mechanics, but we are not yet truly in combat. Harbinger, unfortunately, missing that vigilance check to smell the silver means that you are expecting this to be a bullet, and you kind of know the deal with those. I'm going to ask you a question. Answer me honestly, and the story will follow. Not knowing that there is silver about, would Harbinger attempt to dodge this bullet?
Nope.
Thank you for being honest.
No.
Tier. Macros and micros. You see the combustion of the bullet. You see the muzzle flash, and you see the gun. Oh yeah, and the bullet. I will allow you. First, do you have super speed of any sort? Oh no, never mind. You've got time control.
Yes.
You see the bullet coming out, aimed specifically at Harbinger's head. You see the silver with Nordic runes on it. What do you do?
I'm going to
Put him in a timeout bubble with his bullet. So both things are frozen in time.
Harbinger, you see the flash and you're expecting the... What does it feel like when you're shot with a bullet as a werewolf?
Well, here's the thing, storyteller. I'm incredibly sturdy. To the point where it's almost as if I'm protected by steel. That doesn't mean it feels good. It's kind of like getting punched in the chest by a 2x4.
Ugh.
Just like it's heavy impact, and 9 times out of 10 it's not going to do anything, and you kind of get used to it, but it doesn't feel good.
You're expecting the feel of that 2x4. And it doesn't come. Tier, what does it look like when you freeze time, when you use your time bubble?
As my hand is extended, I feel like that space, that timeout is a noticeable dome of Asgardian runes, and time is being tracked by a scale. Once the opposite end tips, it's over.
Storytellers, this is why you ask your players these questions, because that's cooler than any fucking thing I could have imagined. Harbinger, you expect the impact, and it doesn't come. Instead, you see a scale materialize, and the bullet hangs in the air. The flash of the muzzle frozen in place, and the cop standing there like a mannequin.
What the fuck?
What the fuck indeed? Those are my exact same thoughts, because I never approved a group of gun-toting, as far as I can tell, bigots, to go about in a killing spree in my name. I'm gonna walk over to the bubble, grab the bullet in midair, and if possible, try to take it to examine it.
You see that the rune is a terrible mistranslation of your name mixed with Fenrir's. This is someone that very clearly has a thorough misguided understanding of your story.
Leave it to Midgardians to cherry pick their fucking faith. Throw the bullet on the ground. I'm sorry. He's not one of mine, though he says he is. Apparently he's a wolf hunter, and if he knew anything about me, he'd know that's not the fucking point.
Storyteller, would a shitbag from the south side have any reason to encounter an Asgardian?
Tell me.
You know what? Decidedly not.
I mean, you've seen Thor on TV. Like, you're aware of their existence, but like here,
That's like a nebulous fucking. Yeah, okay, sure. We know that soups exist, and we know that there are gods that apparently pop around and like come say hi. What the? Okay, I've only ever seen one other guy do that kind of shit. Are you on his team?
Let me take a guess. The man that you're speaking of, tall, blonde, carries a hammer.
No, that's kind of the only one.
That's my idiot little brother Thor. He means well, but he never listens to the lectures. He doesn't understand the nuances of being a protected or a guardian.
scale moves just a little bit.
Okay. This is a lot to take in at one time. Why are you helping me?
Well, I could say my mother, I could say my aunts, I could say any number of powerful women from Asgard who led me here. But we can talk about that after we deal with this idiot. Right now the scales are fair. Unfortunately, most scales tip, so we don't have a lot of time.
All right. This is gonna be dumb, but whatever. The jacket comes off. It gets tossed to the side. The boots come off.
Question. Because I have to ask, because this would be just a fun mental picture for me. Do you just toss it to the side, or do you kind of toss it on the cop at like the mannequin he is right now?
No. I'm not getting fucking cordite on this goddamn jacket. I worked too fucking hard on it. Are you crazy? Don't be stupid.
All right, as you were.
Negro, please. Negro, please. Yeah, so Tyr, this woman that you've never met before, sort of unceremoniously strips in front of you, does not give a shit, and then where there was a large, broad-shouldered woman is the biggest fucking dialogue I've ever seen. from the shoulders to the paws, at least 4 feet tall, and fur that is so dark that it almost does not reflect the light pollution of Chicago.
I need you to make me a vigilance check with triple edge.
To me?
Yes, you.
Oh boy. Edge number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a marvel! That's a marvel dice!
Yes, it is.
Huh? Should I roll again?
Yes, you should.
Okay. That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
19 with the marvel die.
You got one more.
I do. Oh shit.
It's triple edge. Okay.
Okay. 19 with the marvel die.
The thing with werewolves is, as impressive as your senses are when you are just walking around in your human form, they get even more enhanced when you go full wolf. But when you go into the war form, the full direwolf form, it's hard to explain to mortals. Might be hard to explain to a god. You're not quite sure. But it's the song of the moon that binds all of you together. No matter the pack, you all hear the song. Tonight, the song isn't soothing. Tonight, the song is screaming. And you hear the screams of all of the wolves in the city. And something terrible comes to mind. What if this encounter that you're having, is it random? What if this was a concerted effort? What if all your kin were under attack and they didn't have the benefit of an Asgardian who walked in your direction? How many others wouldn't have flinched at a bullet? The smell of silver is in the air tonight, tinged with blood and iron. The scale is almost level.
This massive dire wolf. Here its eyes flick up to you. The color of citrine and the rage, the pain, the fury. It's enough to maybe even knock an Asgardian back a step.
Tyr shifts his weight, sets his jaw, matches your gaze, steels his nerves. With his flesh and blood hand, he strokes his beard and he says, "There it is. There's that anger. True, pure, beautiful."
I'm going to need Tyr to make me an ego check. Target number 16 with 1 edge. As the final in time returns to normal. A 20. Now, there are superpowered beings all over the Noirvel universe. The reason that Asgardians are gods, however, is because of little things like this. Time returns to normal, and this man sees a wolf. A beast of a wolf. and knows that he is dead. And so he does what all men do when they face their death. They pray. Father Tyr, should I fall to this wolf, let our good work be done in your name. Our effort, our sweat, our tears, for the blood sacrament tonight, for the final purge of the filthy, so that honorable men can live in a world of your justice.
I turn to him, rubbing some stress, some anger out of my photokinetic hand. This hand was given to me by a brother because of a wolf. Your god thanks you for your candor.
And I'm going to stop you right there to ask Harbinger, how much of that could he get out? If you think you could keep it cool, I'm not going to take that from you. But in this moment, like, you're the bullet. Muted.
Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
One of my traits is berserker. My temper is hairpin at best. So I watch him fall to his knees, and usually when I let the wolf take over of my own volition, I can keep my faculties. I can understand what is happening around me. But if he wants filth, if he wants a monster, I'll show him a fucking monster.
Now the thing is, you didn't hear any of the prayer. Only the god could hear the prayer because it was to him. However, I don't think that fucking matters at this point for Harbinger at all. And I'm not trying to get in your way. I was just clearing things up. So you tell me what the rest of this picture looks like. And Harbinger, you tell me at any point where there might be like a tag in type deal, like oh wait, we might have information, or this guy might have information. Like this is the beauty with comics, with two heroes clash, you know, or villains in this case.
It's a freight train of black fur and fangs that are almost as long as a grown man's hand. I think I actually slam him into the front of the cop car.
Now, the deal is with that cop car, it's like cardboard to you right now. So do you stop, you make contact with the cardboard, or do you go through it?
I'm not trying to rip through it like a cardboard box, more just make sure my prey has nowhere to go.
Oh, so you're not slamming him through it, you're pinning him to it.
Oh, yes.
I am going to say, make me a melee with double edge. Target number to beat is 15. Tyr, even as an Asgardian, displays of sudden violence like this are still a wonder to behold. And in the middle of speaking to your follower, it's like a flash of lightning, and they're pinned to the car underneath carnage
manifest underneath pure bestial rage. What do you do?
First, there's the initial shock. The absolute and there's maybe even a casual admittance. I was going to play with my food before I ate it. I have to respect a woman who gets what she wants right away. And as you're tearing into him, I'm just stepping back and taking a look and going, yeah, that's right. That's how you do it. Yeah. Oh no, you got it. No, you got the jerky leg. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. And then, as it all comes to that crimson crescendo, I just step back and go, "And justice is served." Amen.
And so we're almost to the car. And he's just pinned right now to the car. And I think that might be impressive in and of itself too. There's a level of control that I don't think most people would expect to see from a creature this built to murder. I just want to make sure that I have the picture right in my head. Harbinger, you've just got him to the car, right?
Pinned to the front bumper, snarling over him with saliva dripping into his face.
Oh my god. I think in that moment there's a quiet, Father dear, please.
Bloody hell. So with that, I proceed to extend my hand, a gentle expression, and I levitate Harbinger up into the air.
Oh!
And I hold her there.
Harbinger, you've got the leverage on your prey. They are helpless beneath you, and then you feel the leverage alter, and you've got animal senses of balance, and so you attempt to correct yourself, and there is no ground to plant yourself.
I think there's a yelp, a very startled canine yelp.
And this is where I'm gonna have all three of us roll initiative.
Let's go.
Harbinger, Tyr, and then the Child of Tyr. Oh, I think it's the name of their cult. So, Harbinger, you are in
Sky Jail.
You are in Sky Jail for sure. What would you like to do? We know what the comic panel looks like.
Angry. This mother, okay, yeah, sure. You kept me from getting shot with a silver bullet in a way that would hurt a lot, because it's happened all of once, and it was a fucking nightmare. So sure, fine, I guess I owe you, fucker, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna be happy about it. So it just fucking thrashing and snarling, and everything I could there's nothing for me to push off of, but sure, fine, there's still giant paws that are slashing.
So bitch. This is, if I recall correctly, this is telekinetic grab, right?
This is group levitation, which allows me to put minimum one up to my ego rank. I'm sorry, one person per rank, so that's 5 in the air. So basically, I'm just forcing them to be up in the air. If you want to, I can use telekinetic lift instead. I have so many ways I can sky jail somebody.
Group levitation is with willing participants. Mm-hmm. With an aggressive one, I would say it would be telekinetic grab, which in the narrative, we already have you in Sky Jail. This just gives you a chance to break out. And it is a melee 20 check.
Oh, fuck off.
Hey, that is
I hate you. Do I roll this as an attack, or just do I roll the regular ability?
This would be non-combat. This is you trying to break out, not hurt somebody.
Heard. Ass. That's 13.
Oof. So you, Tyr, you feel the strength as the mental bonds, are like being pushed. But you're able. I mean, you're an Asgardian. You've done this for a while. You're able to just squeeze the restraints back. And I'm just doing this for the audience. Hands check, everybody. Okay, all right, we got our hands. All right, and so
hands, motherfucker.
Don't worry, I got something I think you're gonna like. I just need one thing from this idiot, and then we're gonna do something fun.
And that is gonna bring us to Tyr, in fact.
So I am going to, like, my hand, like Jareth from Labyrinth, I'm just kind of doing like that contact orb kind of thing, as I'm just kind of like moving them around in midair, and then I stop for a second, and I look to this gentleman and I say,
I need to know where your brothers are in this city. I need to know where the others are and where their movements are. You said there's a wolf hunt. I think I should be a part of that. Have a say in this. Where are they?
and you can almost hear the disdain as he says,
My child.
Oh, that's gonna get you the triple. This is gonna be target number 13, Triple Edge, because he swore an oath never to speak the location. Not even to you.
oh.
But it's one thing to swear not to say the words to your god, and it's another thing to actually maintain that oath.
Here we go. And with my beguiling presence, both of these things, I don't think there's... I already got triple edge.
No, you got it.
All right. Ooh. Can I get it even spicier? Okay, 19's pretty good. That's 2 edges, triple edge. One more time. How's a dirty 20?
There is a church, St. Andrew's Church, that is a front for the children of Tyr. It's not too far from it. And he says, it is the home of your direct descendant, your child. He guides us, he tells us, and we were all to return tonight with the pelt of the filthy, to show our good works, and to bathe in your blood, and to break the blood sacrament sworn so long ago in this city.
Under his breath, Tyr goes, Damn it, Tyr, keep it in your pants. All your children are shitheads. All right, fine. Thank you, my child. Now let me deliver upon you the wolf you so hungrily seek.
And I'm going to fastball special this wolf into this fuckhead.
That is an action you can take on your turn. He doesn't have a reaction to shoot. Roll me your attack, Harbinger. You rolled a fantastic success.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's...
What?
Sorry.
That's bleeding damage on top of that, and so what does it look like when you essentially get thrown and tear into this officer?
I think, like, there's shock, because previously air jail. But I think the realization that I will remind you is so very sweet. It's like watching a rabid dog savage a rabbit.
Yeah, it's not great. Tyr, I need you to make me a vigilance check. Is there any part of you that is eating this person, Harbinger?
That's no.
Okay.
I think that it's not the full moon yet, so
Okay, so you know their blood smells off. Tyr, yeah, you only really needed a 10 for this one. Their blood doesn't smell off to you. It smells like Asgardian blood, but an imitation. You note that the heart wasn't beating. You note that this person moved and stood in a way that was very familiar to you, but looking at the inside bits and how easily they came out, you're able to tell this is not an Asgardian. What would you like to do?
I mean, obviously, a part of me really wants to know what's going on here with this individual, the Asgardian blood, the fake Asgardian blood. But I also know better than to interrupt a wolf when they are feeding. So I'm going to let Harbinger do what she's doing.
fucker, you could always ask nicely.
Do you say that in wolf form?
I'm going to be honest, my audio was really low for you. What did you say?
I said, fucker, you could always ask nicely.
I think let me know if there's a problem with me. Like, I would take agency for like 2 seconds, but in good faith.
Do it. No, this is fucking great.
I think there's a point where I was going to make you roll for this, but I'm not, because it's a pointless show. This was the story for it. You see a vial of something in the pants pocket as like the body is being torn asunder, and I think for a moment, Tyr, you move your hand in such a way where it's like, I want to grab for that, but then you pull back because wolf obvious. And Harbinger, I think if you're okay, this is when you could just ask, like, in this wolf place.
So I'm picturing, because like it's technically it still kind of looks like a wolf is quadrupedal, you know, ears, snout, all that. It's not like she's in a what's it in W5. It's the Krynos. Is that what it's called? The big fuck. She's not Krynos form right now.
So it's
She's
big wolf.
Big fucking wolf. But like, you know, if you approach an animal while it is attacking its prey, you might get snapped at. So I don't think I immediately try to turn and rip his face off, but there's definitely a moment of like the head snaps over and the fangs are bared. But she pauses.
Tyr looks at you, gives you a look that it's a very stern, steely look, but it's one that says, I trust you. No words, just a look. As he takes his meat hand and moves it towards the vial where this gentleman is currently being flayed, and tries to take the vial from his corpse, his soon-to-be corpse, if not already.
I'm gonna let him take it.
Okay. It is a pitch black liquid. It smells of blood. Old blood. And you smell essentially a concentrate version of what you smell in the dead body. So it's very clear to you that this substance is what they're using. There's no label on it. It's just in a smooth metal container with a glass window, with the docket on the end that is the connector for the syringe. But this is old blood mixed with something else.
Would I be able to scan my eons old knowledge and presence in Asgard to be reminded of what this possibly could be?
Tell me what your tags and traits are.
All right. So my traits has battle ready, situational awareness, iron will, presence, beguiling, combat reflexes, enhanced physique, and god heritage. My tags are powerful, supernatural, worshipped, and authority.
It is the god heritage in particular that you stop thinking in terms of Midgard. You stop thinking in terms of Asgard. You search the expanse of the knowledge of a god, which is an incredible feat all its own. And you put together equations that would take the most brilliant minds on Midgard decades to work out. And you come to one sickening conclusion. Within this are traces of the sap of Yggdrasil.
With that, I don't know whether to destroy this or to ingest it myself. But I know what is right. If any part of Yggdrasil is to be mine, it must be mine by right, not by theft. And I crush it in my hands. What unmitigated coward is selling your blood to bigots? And I turned to Harbinger. It seems we have a moment where we must work together. You to stop the hunters of the wolves, and me to stop the children that are drinking my blood and my home. What do you say? Alliance?
Storyteller, I'm assuming the fucker that I've been fastball special to is probably in pieces by this point.
I mean, so microscopic they wouldn't even give them as samples at Costco.
Yeah, no, he's jerky right now. But this wolf tear pads closer to you. Just kind of eyeballs you. It's like a tip of the head. Sniff. And then the fur vanishes. The joints shift back into place. It's not terribly pleasant. It's like somebody stepping on a bag of Doritos. There's lots of crunching and cracking, and you see the woman that you saw earlier. She's naked as the day she was born, though. Doesn't seem to care. does not care.
There's a moment of recognition of like, yep, naked, and then just locked in on the eyes. Locking in, super focused, like, I will respect your autonomy by not staring at your nude form. Without consent, I'm right here.
Who the fuck are they?
St. Andrews. Apparently my son is there too.
Fine. Hold on. You could probably take care of this by yourself. Why the fuck do you need me?
Not
Dear
always
God.
my fight to fight. I could protect your pack. That's not my job. Unless you require my protection, but something tells me you don't. Unless you do, that's...
I don't have a pack.
You don't have a pack. How about, then, we make a pack? I have a home. I have a thriving, hidden paradise. And it can be yours, too. It's a home for those whose anger and rage and pain has been ignored for too long. And it's an opportunity to have a home where peace and justice and prosperity can be given to anyone. Is given to everyone. And in time, if you find a pact that is more a home than Jotunheim, you're always welcome to return when you want to.
There are people on this plane who worship the likes of you, you know? They claim, what do they call it? They claim fucking Viking blood.
That's like claiming accountant heritage. It's stupid and it's silly. To say you're Viking blood, it's a job, not a race. But when you're scared and you're small-minded, you'll do whatever you can to feel bigger, to feel like a god. They chose me. I never chose them.
Fine. Let's go. And Harbinger drops and the wolf returns.
Okay. And welcome back to part 2 of our story, The God and the Wolf. So, I'm not going to do a recap. Just watch episode 1. No, we're going to get right back into it. You two make your way to the Church of St. Andrews. Even outside of your wolf form, you hear, Harbinger, the howls of wolves in pain. You smell the blood of fallen wolves. And it's only now that your mind goes back to the trunk of the car of the cop that you just dispatched. And you're keenly aware of who was there. Another lichen.
Hear the giant wolf at your side. The ears are pinned. She kind of shakes her head, huffs, like there's a bad smell.
Now, Tyr, for you, the night started with a chill Chicago air, and each step towards the temple, it gets colder. It's almost as though something is repelling you from this place. There is something wrong within. Something that is the antithesis of your nature. A most cruel injustice on a cosmic scale.
With my meat hand, I'm going to slowly extend to your ears and try to at least do some sort of consoling and I don't know if that's a thing. Nope. Okay. Nope. No, that doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. Nope. I'm not gonna do that. Lesson learned. Pulling the hand away, and then just kind of trying to recover awkwardly.
I can see that panel.
It's like, there's like a moment where like the head turns and like there's a snap at your fingers.
Yep. Don't gotta do that twice. I know what that means. Oh boy. Of all people who knows what that means, he points to his electric light hand. I know.
Oh.
And so with that, he just kind of stops and he looks at this place. You can feel this barrier of corruption. And he looks at it and he looks at the wolf and he says, the wolf in front of him,
I must thank Mother Freya, my aunt the Nords. Seems I was fated to meet you this night and to begin a process of fixing or destroying something that needs my attention.
And it's at that moment, two black cats cross your path and stop and bow and continue on. And you know that tonight you do your mother's good work.
All right. Well, do you want to kick down the door, or should I?
The giant wolf kind of like nudges at your leg, like, go on.
Oh, well, in that case, and I just charge that big right foot, and with a mighty like Spartan kick, I kick wide open the doors of St. Andrews, and I kind of want to have this moment of just screaming, "Rejoice, my children! Father's home."
It looks to be a pretty well-off church. It is massive with a grand roof on top. There are rows and rows of pews. There's a fine altar and a very peculiar cross hanging up above. No martyr on it, just the cross itself. I need you to make me... I'll give you the choice of a logic or an ego check.
oh, logic for sure. It is up to
You tier, and that's going to be target number 16.
All right. That's
Also,
and with my brilliance, that's a 20.
On a 19, logic check.
21 with the brilliance.
Oh, that's right, 21. The wood that this cross is made of is not native to Midgard. And as you put that together, you hear it. A muffled scream inside the wood. There's a life to it that is wrong.
Would you say this scream coming from the wood, is it the spirit, the essence of the you, or is it a person trapped inside?
It is the essence of something that was built to be the you.
So I see this. And I scan the room. I regret to inform you that you have all been naughty children, and you are hereby punished.
The priest shambles from the altar, and some meek-looking old Caucasian man with a bit of a comb over and scraggly beard and thick Coke bottle glasses. He bears a scar that does not appear to have healed correctly. There's still a touch of green to it. His nose appears to have been broken several times over, while his diminutive nature reads of a soft and gentle man. The telltale signs of a warrior are obvious to you. And he goes, while we appreciate the enthusiasm, well, it's very early still. We're preparing for morning mass, and you're more than welcome to pray, of course, but...
Child. No. Gods don't pray. But they do avenge. I'm gonna grab him by the throat and pull him in, and I say, supposedly my child is here, and I aim to punish such impudence.
I don't know what it is that we've done to upset you. The only Lord I recognize is the one true God. I respect your... I do respect your beliefs, but they just have no place here.
Ugh, Christians. I drop him.
It has come to my attention that there is a cult called the Children of Tyr in this building. And as Tyr, son of Odin, older brother of Thor, guardian of the Nine, I am demanding you make your presence known, lest I enact furious justice and burn this building to ash around you all.
I don't know what you want I don't know any Tyr. I don't know any... there are no children here. This is St. Andrews. What can I do? What can I give you, child? What do you need? Rest, food?
My eyes are scanning around. Definitely gonna have to remove that cross later. Do you have a basement here at St. Andrews? I'm imagining so, but do you have one?
Yes, there's not, but books and an old nursing section, but that's it. That's all we have. I'm truly sorry. There must be some confusion. Please don't hurt us. Please don't burn down our church. And dear God, and he finally takes a look at the wolf in the back.
Just like, here's the thing. I think Harbinger has been willing to let Tyr sort of move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because while they're concerned with the angry Norse god in the foyer, I would like to be smelling out the area. I want to see if I can pick up the scent of the wrongness, because it sounds like this might be where it's centered.
Roll me roll me a vigilance check. Target number 19, but I will give you double edge because of your senses and being in wolf form.
Come on.
Come on, you can do it. Yeah, the whole time I was like, was that guy lying to me? Would he ever lie to me?
Well, that's a 17.
Everything seems to smell correct. Everything seems to look correct. The heart rate on this priest is well within the parameters you would expect of an older gentleman being lifted up, threatened by a massive man with a supernatural arm with a big fucking wolf behind. Like, everything seems to be on the up and up.
Storyteller, you
Yes.
Said this man had a scar that wasn't healing entirely. May I investigate that scar?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Would that be vigilance, ego, logic? Is there a stat?
Oh, yeah, I said investigation. Sorry, wrong system. Vigilance.
Whoops.
welcome to my life. I have so many systems in my head. I always get something wrong eventually.
Tabletop.
So that is a 14 vigilance.
With a 14 vigilance, you're able to know that whatever caused that scar was magic. And it's the magic that's keeping it from healing correctly.
So, because I don't do subtlety, I'm going to rip this old gentleman's shirt, at least enough to expose this scar, because justice must be laid bare for all. And I say, I know a spell or two when I see one. Whom branded you?
I was accosted many years ago among the streets, and I was attacked and left for dead, and I woke up. I didn't think I would ever wake up, but I woke up terrified. And I knew that whatever attacked me was of darkness and evil. And it was only by the grace of something other than myself that I lived to tell the story. I don't know why I carry this scar. I don't know who or what did it to me, but I know that this wound represents my second chance to be a guiding light to those lost in the dark.
I turn to Harbinger. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Nothing adds up. Do you sense anything? Do you pick up on anything? No.
Wolf shakes her head.
No.
Storyteller, can I move through the rectory?
You want to go to the big? To the rectory? Yeah. You go, and everything appears. Everything appears normal.
But you. What's the cross? What does it look like?
It looks like a massive cross made out of redwood.
man lined us?
Would you like to roll an ego? Would you like to try to beat his ego?
I suppose so.
Okay. Go ahead. Target number is 19.
Oh, come on.
I'll give you double edge again.
Well, that's a 19. We got edge 1. Yeah, no, that's a 19.
Permission to take your agency for just a moment.
Go for it.
Tear. You see Harbinger's eyes turn pure golden for just a moment. And you hear the words, I am the lady of love, beauty, fertility, gold, and war. I did not raise a fool. He is no Loki. Look beyond. See the lies. And like at that last part, there is a ripple as though the air itself were made out of water. And you see that everything is askew for just a moment. And you notice at this point, Harbinger isn't moving, and neither is the priest. And it's almost, it catches you by surprise when you hear the shifting of your scale.
Okay. Ooh. Time is frozen. I'm going to immediately look around for a presence, a person, something. If I am in a time bubble of my own domain, then someone has to be doing this as well.
It's quite a sight to see a god confused. And Harbinger, you take a step. Not on 4 legs, but 2. And you look behind you, and you see the shape of your dire wolf behind you.
What? Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. I have yet to be in 2 places at once. This is new and I don't like it.
I felt it was time we had a talk.
You want to show your fucking face then?
It is the wolf. It is your wolf talking to you. You are in human form standing in front of your dire wolf.
Okay. Oh god, okay. Okay. I didn't... I thought it was... Is it a possession? Is that what it is? Is that why I am what I am?
Everyone is connected to the world that they live in. Your connection simply has teeth.
What do you need?
Don't see don't see with my eyes. See with our eyes.
Okay. Storyteller, you said back in the alley when I turned, I could feel the pain and the fear and the smell of silver and the smell of iron. Can I tap into that now?
We turn the page. During this moment, you would think that Tyr, you would be watching this because you see harbingers standing in front of their wolf, a separation of one spirit talking to both halves of itself. This is a wonder. This is also not meant to be. The world, the spirit here is, and you see a brilliant silhouette form out of the wood of the cross, a feminine figure. They used a combination of their science, and their magic to make me true. Offers you their hand.
I extend out to them my real hand, trusting them.
There is searing pain that would incinerate most, but you are an Asgardian. And while the pain is unbearable, the sight, the knowledge is worth it. You see the tiniest piece of Yggdrasil retrieved via foul magic. You see and feel every experiment run on it to replicate, to understand, to dissect, to harness. And then you see true blasphemy, a forest of copied world trees.
May I speak to this apparition, this woman?
You know there's very little time left, as the transfer of knowledge cost all that is, and that is why this moment is possible. There is such a fracturing of the spiritual realm around the both of you that you now exist in a moment of all that is, all that was, and all that never will be.
Wisdom to my people comes at a heavy cost. Sometimes it is an eye, sometimes it is a hand, and sometimes it is a call to action. And by this right hand, I will take that cross off the wall, bring it to New Jotunheim, and I will find this forest, of false trees ripped from their true homes, then I will either rip their roots and send them home, or I will burn them all to ash, and the bodies of these fools shall be piled high to blot out the sun.
The scale is level. Harbinger, you feel your soul form back into one, and there is a new understanding between you and the wolf. Tear, as you pull the cross from the wall, the illusion around shatters, and the diminutive form of this priest unravels as well, revealing its true form. You see standing before you a false Asgardian. Their face doesn't strike any recognition to you, and you doubt their name would either. But this is a man who would count himself among your number through the torture of the world tree. Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time that it got to this point.
Here's what's gonna happen next. Me and my friend are going to fulfill our earlier promise. I don't know where you think you belong in Asgard, but I will show you where you belong in hell. And I immediately start to raise telekinetic weapons of fury.
Impressive. And you brought a mutt too.
That's cute. The direwolf hunkers down. And there's that another symphony of cartilage and bone and muscle and sinew cracking and reshaping the body, playing building blocks with itself, and suddenly it's 9 feet of fangs and claws and pure animal rage.
And at this, he cracks his neck, flexes his fingers, and claws come out, and fangs come out. I just wanted to walk in the sun. But why not be a god if the opportunity strikes? Roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Literally.
Let's see, where you at, buddy?
Real fast.
All right, I got my dear Lord, my tier battle playlist playing. I rolled a 14 on initiative. I'm hopped up on Idrisil juice. Let's freaking go!
Okie dokie.
Oh, God.
Now, for those of you, I've got to go through the notes. For those of you watching, in the new X-Men expansion, there's a really cool thing that they have called narrative powers. See, these are powers that they say would break the game, and so you should only give them to NPCs for story beats. What do we have here?
Oh, dear. Why we can't die because we gotta show up later.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a flashback.
This is a flashback, my dude.
yeah, no, you're fine. You're good.
Oh,
You
dear.
rolled a 14? Yeah, Harbinger, what did you roll?
Hold on. I rolled a 19.
Oh, shoot.
Yes, 19. Hold on. Yes, 19. Sorry, I had to scroll back.
Alrighty. So, go ahead. You get to go first.
Okay, well, here we go. Fuckity shit. Goddamn. Okay, god. This is my fault. This is all my fault. I said I wanted to do this, and here we are. Cool. So, I'm gonna do what I'm good at. Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
That's ripping and tearing.
Yep.
So this bipedal fur-covered monster sort of bears down so hard that the claws on her back feet gouge into the granite. I'm gonna fucking go for it.
All right, let's do it.
Melee, baby!
And he's now in his true form, and his melee is 19.
Oh, that's a 20.
Okie dokie. So here's the deal. You are protected as though made by steel. This person is protected like a battleship. You take a bite, and he just holds his arms up. You did 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh. You did, so he puts his arm up, and you see he doesn't flinch, and the flesh gives no ground. And while still in your jaws, he just moves slightly, and you can feel the ease of which he's moving. And he looks at you, Tyr, and he goes, "You should have kept your pet at home." He will take a reaction.
It's nice knowing you, bud.
So, he is going to take a melee attack.
I'm only a level 3. Oh dear.
This is gonna be a tough one. It's like y'all know that right now. Fuck.
And I'm
You
dead.
weren't
So
kidding.
he rolls a
Dead.
25, and in a blur of movement, he goes from rips his arms out of your bite and grabs you by the neck and just holds you up, not doing any damage, just holding.
Okay.
And he looks at you, Tyr, and he goes, "Show me what a god can do." That is going to bring us to... Oh, shoot, it's actually his turn. He is going to throw you.
I figured.
That's all right. I count as one size larger because of my sweet physique. I don't know what that's going to do, but...
Okay, so does a 17 hit your melee?
My melee defense? Yeah.
No, this is for Harbinger. Does 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Alright, so you have sturdy 2, if I recall correctly.
I do.
So instead of it being the 49 damage that it was, your damage reduction is going to kick in.
Oh.
Thank God. So let's do the math.
I was going to say, Storyteller, may I use a reaction?
Sure.
Telekinetic Protection level 4, which gives her a 40 point of damage, basically protective wall.
Okay, so whatever the outcome of this is going to be, we're going to reduce it by 40. Holy smokes! Okay, so that 49 damage got dropped to 41 damage. He throws you against the wall, and you can feel the sheer force of it, but you are surrounded by... What does it look like as you protect Harvey?
series of the Asgardian rune for Tyr moves around you, and it almost starts to form into a shield and a sword.
And that cushions the blow. You only take 1 point of damage as you go flying outside of the church through. With that, you would have gone flying through 3 walls, and you're on the outside in your wolf form.
Ow.
That brings us to Tyr. Okay.
I'm still this man's grasp, correct?
Oh no, he never grabbed you. He grabbed Harminger. Through
I'm
Harminger.
the one getting chucked around, fuckhead.
It's just that while he's doing this, the whole time he's looking at you and throwing Harminger out.
Now, were Tyr in a place of calm, collected ingenuity, I would probably send him to the moon. It's a great place to throw people. But I'm not. I'm pissed. So instead, I'm going to telekinetically attack him. I just roll logic against him.
His logic defense is 13.
Alright. 13. Do I have any edges or anything I can... I mean, it's a success, but I'm curious if I can make it a bigger success.
In this moment, no. It's just straight up for 15, so you got him.
Yeah. So then I do damage, is that correct?
Yes, so you would roll the logic attack next time. It will roll for your to hit and your damage.
Now,
okay, so 28 points of damage.
I think my brilliance is factored in there. If not, it's a 30.
So tell me what this looks like.
So as he says, what does a god do? I form a massive shimmering gavel, and I say, a god judges, and I bring it down.
You see the gavel coming at him full force. Oh. It hits him square on. Ding! And you watch as it sinks into his body, not hurting him in the slightest. In fact, he starts to levitate a bit higher, charged as he absorbs the divine energy in which he sits for him. I think I'd like to submit a motion to vacate. It is your turn, Harbinger.
I'd like to stand up. I'm assuming this fucker's like tossed me into the fucking courtyard or something.
Yeah. It's just for the narrative sake, and plus you're fast as shit as a werewolf, so I'll give you being able to run back in combat as a freebie.
Yeah, no, it's gonna fuck my life. It's gonna fuck my life is what's gonna happen. Arse. Yeah, so we're gonna he's facing off against Tyr, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like not paying attention.
No.
I'm gonna sweep the fucking legs.
Sweep the legs.
So
I just want to come in for the kneecaps.
So here's the deal. You wouldn't know this, but I'm just gonna put it in chat. He does have heightened senses. So
Ass.
you come in. I am going to have him. I'm going to force him to roll against your agility. No. He rolled 14. He rolled 16.
Yeah. Fucker. Fuck you. Roll 20. All these does. We don't get along.
So go ahead and roll your attack, but it will have trouble because we'll see you coming.
Oh. Wait a minute. I think I rolled the wrong thing because I rolled an attack initially.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and roll non-combat.
Okay.
And normally he's just rolling against whatever your target number is. So whatever your agility target number, that's what he has to beat. But I'll let you have that 20, and he does not see you coming, so I'll give you edge instead.
You are a kind and benevolent GM.
We thank you for this.
Bless you.
And edge. It's a 16.
So are you throwing some? Well, no, you're attacking him and with melee,
Yeah.
so you have to roll
I'm
melee.
Okay. I'm going for the kneecaps. That's a 19. Let's see what the edge gets me. That's a 20.
His melee defense is target number 19.
Okay. So yeah, it's the I don't feel great. Being the sturdy 2 helps, but as previously stated, like getting shot sucks. Getting chucked through 3 fucking walls of granite and or marble also sucks. But now I'm just mad.
I am so sorry to do this.
Oh, fuck off.
No.
No, you're not.
I really am.
Oh, no.
He's 34,
Oh,
which means he drops your multiplier by 4. Your multiplier is 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it does no damage at all.
Can I at least get him on, like, prone?
I'll give so I'm very sorry. Because I have to show you this now too.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh god.
That is a mighty 4.
A mighty 4, a mighty 4.
PJ, this, I think this is all you, bud.
Oh, I'm not strong. I'm just really smart.
I know that.
You guys might want to start looking at the environment or escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Hold on, I need to do a quick Google check. Give me a second. Tyr uses the power of Google.
Oh, so what happens is you get your jaws around his kneecap, and no matter how strong you are, physics is physics, and so he buckles down because you got him at the right angle, but then uses his effort. And also the other thing that I have to show you, flight 2 to start flying up. And so again, we find Harbinger in Sky Jail.
The fuck, I'm letting go.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna let go. Fuck this.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Bruisers in this game, I'm telling you, get wild.
Yeah. So I have an offering for Harbinger. I have two options. Either A, I can try to unskyjail you and fastball special you again, because if that's a fantastic hit, that is triple damage, and that might get through to him. Or I can attempt another Hail Mary, like I did in the canonical game where I sent the guy to the moon. I got something worse for this guy in store.
Here's the thing, Peach, buddy, old pal. I think we need to get the fuck out of here.
I think you're right.
Run.
Run. Okay, run. I want to try one. I want to try one stupid thing, and then we'll run. And I have two reactions, so I can protect you or myself. I can do both.
That's fair. That's fair. So storyteller, if it's all right with you, once I realize that I'm about to be fucking airlifted again, I'm gonna let go.
Absolutely, of course.
I'm gonna drop, and I'm gonna look at Tyr, and there's like a bark, like big angry bark, that kind of rattles the pews. But Tyr can also see that she's a little freaked out right now. That's very much like, go, no, nope, no, You're getting a fuck no from the werewolf.
From that, you see me like I put my hand together, and my eyes start glowing blue. You start seeing all these runes just emanating out of me, like I'm thinking real hard, and I'm like working on it. Maybe, sure. And I'm gonna try.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was Harbiger's turn.
Oh.
It's now his turn.
So working on it.
Funny. His hand is coated in black fire, and instead of flicks of flames around the fire, you see like old Syrian runes. I'm working on something too. This is going to oh my. Just so because he's got all this extra focus. Yeah, it's really you he's got the beef with. So here we go. It's just gonna be
which you, me, or the fucking god?
An elemental blast. And he's going to dump max focus into it. For his rank, that's going to be 40 focus, which means it's an extra plus 20 to his damage.
Just gonna telekinetic protection level 4 on that as best as I can.
He does get one edge on the blast. Wow, you lucky mother! Does 14 hit Tyr's agility defense?
Yes, it does. I'm so slow.
Oh no!
My
So
agility's a 1.
Good news is you can, as a reaction to your telepathic barrier. Bad news is he pumped all of his focus into it, so you see his head, it's almost like a glove of black flames, and then he points it in your direction, and just a geyser of dark fire comes into your direction, dealing 43 points of damage. And so you see the telekinetic barrier holding, and then cracks, and then you just get caught in the shoulder for 3 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay, hold on.
Come now, Odin's son! Is this truly what the gods have for us?
As he punches me and that singed black flame moves up, I look to him and I say,
The gods have a lot of things to offer.
and I am going to form a portal to time travel other. This gentleman, I need to make an ego check against their vigilance defense.
Target number 17.
I rolled an 18. Okay. So, I look to him and I say, we have a lot to offer. Sometimes, we're the gods of justice. Sometimes, we're the gods of war.
79 BCE, a little spot in Italy called Palm fucking Pay, and I teleport him to the eruption of Mount Pompeii in the volcano. And I say, absorb that, motherfucker.
Yeah, in a blink of an eye, you see this false god left in a time of doom. And you return to the present side by side with Harbinger, and there's just the sound of quiet, stillness, anticipation, tension, and then finally ease.
Okay. I'm gonna drop the Krynos form. Once again, no clothes, but just, ow, oh, hey, you, bud.
Yeah.
Give me your fucking jacket, would you?
Yeah, hold on. I transform back into the suit with the fur and I give it to you. It's, imagine, baggier on you in this form.
Yeah, no, it's, yeah, I'm pretty sure, because Harbinger's like 5'9", so, you know, tallish, not as guardian tall, you freak.
What can I say?
Hey.
I ate my apples as a kid.
Good for you. What the fuck?
So, how about we go back to my place, huh? Jotunheim. Have a few beers and just figure this out tomorrow.
Yeah, let me, the storyteller, I need to collect my effects from the dumpster. I hid them behind when I did the first change, but yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's, we got a lot of weird shit in Chicago. That takes the fucking cake.
Oh, you think you've seen all the weird shit in Chicago? Oh, darling, you haven't even seen the weird shit I have in Chicago. I meant that in a respectful way. I realize now it sounds like a flirtation. It's not. I mean, unless you're interested. I mean, no. You know, let me get my cross. Let me get my cross. We'll go. We'll talk about this later over beer.
I thought you as Guardians were supposed to be smooth talkers. Fuck.
And I think there's no better place to end this issue than that being the final page of when the god met the wolf. But of course, this is a Noirvel story. And so, we have a little bit more story left. We see our villain in the heart of the volcano. The volcano is peaceful at this point. There's a little homebrew rule that I've created called the Omega Push, where an individual can push a power to an obscene extent for just a moment. You have to make a resilience check, and depending on the result, that tells you how bad the backlash is. Now, the roll is target number 20. He just wrote 19. Now, you might be asking, what power is he pushing? What could he possibly do in this moment? And I'm very glad that you asked, because the power that he's pushing is speedrun. We see the black flames ignite into lightning, fury, anger, indignation, it all boils inside with this stolen divinity. He reaches out for something, anything, that'll get him back home. And he takes off flying out of the mountain, out of the volcano, and the black lightning tears at the sides and at the core of the volcano. And now we know why Pompeii fell. Your goddamn volunteer takes to the sky, fist balled, flying faster and faster. The sound barrier breaks. It continues to move faster until there's the sound of. He realizes the power that he's had to move faster was always physical, but now it's something different. It's something else. This is speed. This is pure speed. And his form becomes a blur, and there's more sounds of fracturing. And we see that he's breaking through time. And finally, there's an explosion at St. Andrews. Still vibrating and glitching as it lands. Hours, seconds, days later, doesn't know. But what he does know is that a great injustice was done to him today. Dear. And that is where our story ends. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. I don't know in what way I'll be distributing these extra stories, but in whatever way I choose, clearly you found it, and so thank you so much. This is just for the love of the game. You want to tell folks who you are and where they can find you?
Yeah. Hi. Hello. Good evening, afternoon, morning. I don't know. Happy time zone, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they, and you can usually find me on the internet as some iteration of Laura_Tutu. You might just have to throw another underscore at the beginning and the end of that, depending on which hell site you're looking. I have been Harbinger, your rank 3 Chicago werewolf. Oh, God. Oh dear. See, Harbinger just wanted to protect her fucking hood. And now she's mixed up with a god. So there's that. When I'm not here getting up to my eyeballs in alligators, you can find me hanging out with fine folks over at Queen's Court Games, specifically in our multi-award-winning Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, The All-Night Society, as Calamity Madden, the gangrel, funnily enough, werewolf hunter. We've got more shit coming for 2024, and I don't know, God knows what for 2025. We just can't stop, won't stop. When I'm not here, I hang out with Noir at other places. We are part of a little crew called the Reclaimers, where we get our greedy black hands all over all of your favorite goddamn pop culture things, whether you like it or not. Suck it up. And other than that, check out my socials. You'll see what other bullshit I'm getting into.
Awesome. And here.
Hello there, I'm Tyr, God of Justice.
And hello, everyone. I'm PJ. I'm not the god of justice. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Yeah. Confirm me. Let's have fun. When I'm not here with these amazing legends, you can find me over at Queen's Court Games, as well as we are bringing Tans back for 2024. Excited to bring back my himbo, almost said barbarian. No, Bruja.
Different.
Let's see here. I have an awesome time with Noir. I'm hoping I get to do more superhero, villain, and stuff and hero stuff with them. I have been in post-production for a long time with something at Althaven. Hopefully I can show you about that when that time comes, as well as some awesome Baldur's Gate-based show on Crit Hit Chronicles. More information as that develops. Look for something later towards the end of the year. I have a handful of books I've written coming out. If you like Mechfinder, if you like Pathfinder, you like mechs, you're going to love Mechfinder. More details on that when they come out. And if you happen to be in California in October, I'm going to be going to Mystic Con October 20th and Big Bad Con October, towards the end of the month of October, where I'm having a panel about imposter syndrome and charity games and running games for people. So I'm doing a lot of stuff. For more details, please just follow me on my social media at PJ McGaw. And until then, I love you. Thank you so much. And let's tell more stories together. So up to you, Noir.
And I'm Noir, your storyteller. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And yeah, this has been an incredibly fun story. There are elements that I have explained things here that later, hopefully, things make sense. So I am super excited for the puzzle to all come together. That was a hell of a fight, you two.
Can I just apologize to the rest of the cast for any consequences that might ripple down the I'm so sorry.
Can I just say to the rest of the cast, get fucked. You're gonna love this rank 6 villain I gave you. You're gonna fucking love it.
so sorry.
Oh boy, and with that, we are out. Thank you so much for watching, and Excelsior! Woo! Bye.